Data breaches and the elderly. Risks, impact, and mitigation. In today's increasing digital world, data breaches have become an unfortunate reality, exposing personal and financial information to cybercriminals. While these breaches can affect anyone, older adults are particularly vulnerable due to their often limited familiarity with technology and their frequent status as targets for scams. Seniors are targeted by scams and data breaches due to their perceived vulnerability and potential lack of familiarity with digital security practices. Immediate actions like changing passwords and monitoring financial accounts can mitigate further damage. Additionally, staying informed and taking legal steps can help hold responsible parties accountable and potentially recover damages. Check out this guide from classactionu.org. What to do after a data breach. Their goal is to empower individuals by delivering the latest information on current class action suits and data breaches. This article explores the risks data breaches pose to the elderly, their unique impact, and the steps individuals can take if their data has been compromised. Understanding data breaches. A data breach occurs when sensitive, confidential, or protected information is accessed or disclosed without authorization. This can happen through various means such as hacking, phishing schemes, malware, or even insider threats. Information commonly stolen includes social security numbers, bank account details, credit card numbers, passwords, and medical records. For elderly individuals, the ramifications can be more severe. Many older adults rely heavily on fixed incomes or retirement savings, making them less able to recover from financial fraud. Additionally, their limited digital literacy may prevent them from recognizing or responding appropriately to warning signs of data misuse. Why the elderly are targeted. Older adults are often seen as easy targets by cybercriminals for several reasons. 1. Wealth accumulation. Retirees often have considerable savings, retirement funds, or home equity, making them lucrative targets. 2. Less familiarity with technology. Many seniors lack the knowledge of modern cybersecurity practices, such as recognizing phishing attempts or using two-factor authentication. 3. Trusting nature. Older generations may be more inclined to trust unsolicited phone calls, emails, or texts, leaving them vulnerable to social engineering tactics. 4. Medical information vulnerability. Seniors are more likely to interact with healthcare providers, making their medical data particularly susceptible to breaches at hospitals, insurance companies, and clinics. The consequences of a breach for elderly individuals can extend beyond financial losses to include emotional stress, loss of trust, and even depression. The impact of data breaches on the elderly. The repercussions of a data breach for an older adult can manifest in various ways. 1. Financial fraud. Stolen data can be used to drain bank accounts, open fraudulent credit cards, or even secure loans in the victim's name. Older adults may not monitor their accounts as frequently, delaying detection of fraudulent activity. 2. Identity theft. Social security numbers and personal details are often sold on the dark web, enabling criminals to commit identity theft. This can result in ruined credit scores and years of effort to resolve the issue. 3. Healthcare fraud. Stolen medical information can be used to file false insurance claims or obtain prescription medications, leaving victims struggling to access their own benefits. 4. Scams and harassment. With their contact details compromised, elderly individuals may face an onslaught of scam calls, emails, or texts, attempting to extort further information or money. 5. Emotional impact. The psychological toll of falling victim to cybercrime can include feelings of shame, embarrassment, or fear, which may prevent individuals from seeking help. What to do if your data has been compromised. If an elderly individual suspects their personal information has been exposed in a data breach, taking prompt and decisive action can mitigate the damage. Also reviewing the information, what to do after a data breach. classactionu.org/data breach/what to do/ can also provide options to consider. Here's a step-by-step action plan to get started. 1. Confirm the breach. First, verify whether a breach has occurred. Many organizations notify affected individuals via email or mail. Additionally, websites like Have I Been Pwned allow users to check if their email addresses or phone numbers are associated with known breaches. 2. Monitor financial accounts. Regularly review bank statements, credit card transactions, and investment accounts for unauthorized charges or withdrawals. Set up alerts for any unusual activity. 3. Place fraud alerts. Contact one of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, to place a fraud alert on your credit file. This makes it more difficult for criminals to open accounts in your name. Fraud alerts are free and last for 1 year. 4. Freeze your credit. Consider placing a credit freeze with all 3 credit bureaus. A freeze prevents lenders from accessing your credit file, making it nearly impossible for new accounts to be opened. You can temporarily lift the freeze if needed. 5. Change passwords. Immediately change passwords for online accounts, especially those linked to financial institutions. Use strong, unique passwords, and consider using a password manager to generate and store them securely. 6. Enable two-factor authentication, 2FA. Activate two-factor authentication wherever possible. This adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification, such as a text message or authentication app, in addition to your password. 7. Notify financial institutions. Inform your bank, credit card company, and other financial institutions about the breach. They may monitor your accounts more closely or issue new account numbers. 8. File identity theft reports. If you suspect your identity has been stolen, report it to the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, at identitytheft.gov. They will guide you through creating a recovery plan. 9. Be cautious of phishing attempts. Following a breach, scammers may attempt to exploit your compromised information. Be wary of unsolicited emails or calls claiming to be from your bank, government agencies, or other organizations. Verify their legitimacy before responding. 10. Seek professional assistance. If managing the fallout feels overwhelming, consider working with an identity theft protection service. These services can monitor your accounts, alert you to suspicious activity, and assist in resolving fraud issues. Preventing future data breaches. While it's impossible to eliminate the risk of a data breach entirely, seniors can take proactive steps to reduce their vulnerability. 1. Stay educated. Learning basic cybersecurity practices, such as identifying phishing scams and avoiding public Wi-Fi for sensitive transactions, can go a long way in preventing breaches. 2. Secure devices. Use antivirus software and keep all devices updated with the latest security patches. Enable firewalls and secure your home Wi-Fi network with a strong password. 3. Be selective about sharing information. Only provide personal information to trusted organizations and question why certain details are required. 4. Use secure payment methods. Opt for credit cards over debit cards when making online purchases, as credit cards offer better fraud protection. 5. Regularly review credit reports. Obtain free annual credit reports from annualcreditreport.com to check for inaccuracies or unauthorized activity. The role of caregivers and family members. For elderly individuals who may struggle with managing these steps independently, family members and caregivers play a crucial role. They can help monitor financial accounts, explain technical concepts, and assist in securing devices. Encouraging open communication and providing support can empower older adults to navigate digital risks more confidently. In conclusion, data breaches pose significant risks to everyone, but their impact on the elderly can be especially devastating. The combination of financial vulnerability and limited technological expertise and susceptibility to scams creates a perfect storm for exploitation. However, by understanding the nature of data breaches, taking swift action in the aftermath of an incident, and adopting preventive measures, older adults and their caregivers can protect themselves from the worst consequences of compromised data. Education, vigilance, and timely intervention are the keys to safeguarding personal information and ensuring peace of mind in an increasingly interconnected world. Below are additional resources to review on the subject. Subscribe to our newsletter at newsletter@aaronsagelessessentials.com for future updates on topics like these that impact our elderly. To learn more, click on the sites below. What to do after a data breach. classactionu.org/data breach/what-to-do/. IdentityTheft.gov, www.identitytheft.gov, the federal government's one-stop resource for identity theft victims. This site helps you report and recover from identity theft by creating a personal recovery plan that provides streamlined checklists and sample letters to guide you through the recovery process. ftc.gov/ID theft. www.consumer.ftc.gov/features/identity theft. This site contains identity theft prevention tips and free resources to share in your community.